I started off my career as a teacher, and then I moved to Hollywood. Then I worked as a recording artist for the last 20 years, recording my own CDs, playing my own original music. And every time that we go out, I try to perform music workshops for students because I felt compelled to do it. And what I've learned over time is that schools don't have the funding for this sort of thing. And yet there's an incredible need for it, because it's not a matter of just having a music program or an arts program, which some schools have, some schools don't, and some schools have somewhere in between where it's not a very strong part of their curriculum. And the interesting thing is, we all carry around these things, and smartphones were generated by somebody's innovation. And the interesting thing about them is that we look at the word innovation and we think of business. We hear it a lot in business, we hear it a lot in the arts, we hear it a lot in sciences. But innovation comes from the mind, from the human. It doesn't come from a smartphone. And our program is all designed to take the sciences and the mathematics that kids are learning and fueling it with creativity and creative exercise through art. We try to develop the workshops with 3 different segments. We have a philosophy segment, which is kind of what I just talked about, a technical segment, so it has to do specifically with that art form, and then the third one is practical. We actually put those techniques into practice. Information is extremely important. Structure is extremely important, but we believe that art is the backbone towards it. Art will fuel that information and start to help create new things. Somebody came up with that smartphone at one point and said, it would be great to have a computer held in my hand. Now, going from that dream to actually making it happen was another story. That's where the information comes into play. Okay, so how does this help you in the business world? Well, first of all, we're trying to build a business partnership from the elementary school all the way through. There's an initiative called the 21st Century Skills Initiative, and one of the things that they believe and adhere to is that this is the age of creativity. This is the age of innovation. We had farming, we had industrial age, we had the information age. Well, this is the age of innovation. So much will happen during the 21st century. And what we try to develop is getting students at a young age to learn how to use their creativity with the information that they're getting provided from the schools. Develop that into middle school, into high school, into college, past college, into their careers. Remember, if you own a business, this is going to be your future workforce. So if you don't take the time now, you'll be struggling with that new workforce generation after generation because they don't understand how to use their creative side for innovation. I spent 20 years writing a book called The Art of Tone, Understanding Our Love for Music. And I've been performing music for 30 years, been a recording artist for 20 years. This is not a whim. I have learned over all of these decades that creative exercise is extremely important. It's not extremely important to me, it's extremely important to all of us. We want to be able to start thinking more expansively. We think expansively, we come up with newer ideas. We then are able to compete more on a global scale. And once again, that's your workforce. We want you to partner with us.